Level 1. It's a Tuesday. Nothing special about it. You're sitting at your kitchen table, staring at a stack of bills you've been rearranging for 3 days, like moving them around will somehow change the numbers. Rent, overdue, credit card, minimum payment only. Medical bill from 8 months ago you keep meaning to call about. Your phone buzzes. You assume it's your bank. Another low balance alert. You're right. It is your bank. But the notification doesn't say what you expect. It says, $1 billion has been deposited into your account. You stare at it. You blink. You open the app. 10 zeros. A balance you can't even read properly at first because your brain refuses to process it. Before you can exhale, a second message arrives. Different number. No sender name. You have exactly 24 hours to spend every dollar. If even $1 remains when the countdown reaches 0, every purchase will be reversed. The money disappears forever. And this opportunity will never happen again. You cannot tell anyone about the challenge. Nobody will believe you if you try. Your time starts now. Your phone screen dims. A countdown appears. 23:59:47. Level 2. You don't wait. You can't afford to. You open your banking app and try to wire $100 million to a savings account before anything can stop you. Transaction declined. You try $10 million. Declined. You try $10,000 just to test it. The screen freezes. Then a message appears. Your account has been temporarily suspended pending fraud verification. Please contact your bank immediately. Your stomach drops. You call. Automated system. You hammer 0 until a human picks up. 3 minutes gone already. Sir, a deposit of this size triggers an automatic federal hold. It could take 3 to 5 business days to clear. 3 to 5 business days. You have 23 hours, 51 minutes, and the clock is moving whether the bank cooperates or not. You hang up. You grab your coat. You cannot wait for clearance that will never come in time. You need to spend $1 billion in the physical world, right now, faster than any human being has ever spent anything. And the first obstacle hit before you even left your kitchen. Level 3. First stop, a luxury car dealership downtown. You walk in wearing yesterday's clothes and ask to buy every car on the floor. The salesman smiles the smile of someone who doesn't believe you yet. You show him your balance. The smile disappears. His manager appears. Then the manager's manager. Then someone makes a phone call, and suddenly there are 3 people in suits, explaining that a single location purchase of this size requires corporate authorization, insurance verification, and title transfers that can't happen same day. You buy 4 cars, the maximum they can legally process, and walk out having spent $1.2 million. $998,800,000 left. 22 hours. You need to think bigger. You call the most expensive real estate broker you can find and tell her you want to buy property. Today. Multiple properties. Cash. She laughs, then checks her listings, then stops laughing. Within 2 hours, emergency contracts, cash offers, same-day processing. You've signed on 3 luxury apartments and a commercial building downtown. $47 million spent. $951 million left. Still not fast enough. Level 4. By hour 4, people have noticed. A financial blogger posts about mysterious billion-dollar spending activity, flagged by luxury retailers across the city. A local news station picks it up. Then, a national outlet runs the headline, "Unknown Spender Triggers Federal Review. Who's behind the billion-dollar buying spree?" Your face isn't on camera yet, but your name is one leaked bank document away from being everywhere. Your phone starts ringing. Numbers you haven't seen in years. Your cousin who never texted back. Your college roommate who borrowed money and disappeared. a childhood friend with a great investment opportunity. You let them all go to voicemail. Then a call you almost ignore. Unknown number, different area code. Something tells you to answer. A man's voice. Calm, professional. I represent a group of investors very interested in your current financial situation. We can move significant capital in ways that won't trigger federal flags. With the right partners, you'd be surprised what's possible. You hang up immediately. 30 seconds later, your laptop, sitting open on your kitchen table, starts moving on its own. Files opening, browser redirecting. Someone is hacking you in real time. You slam it shut. Level 5. You stop running for a moment and think. $900 million. 18 hours. And for the first time since this started, a question cuts through the panic. What if you spent it on something that actually mattered? You call a hospital anonymously and wire $50 million to their children's oncology wing. It goes through instantly. Charity transactions don't trigger the same fraud flags as personal spending. A homeless shelter, a school in a low-income district, a family you read about online last month who lost everything in a fire. For 2 hours, you give money away as fast as your fingers can move. $200 million, flowing to people who need it desperately. It's the best you've felt since the countdown started. Then, a knock at your door. Hard. Official. 2 federal agents. Badges out before you even fully open it. We need to discuss a deposit made to your account this morning. May we come in? Your lawyer, hired an hour ago, paid in cash, is on the phone in your pocket. You quietly press call before stepping aside to let them in. The agents are calm, methodical, and utterly convinced you're either a money launderer or a fraud victim. Either way, they want the account frozen while they investigate. If you freeze it, your lawyer says through your earpiece, loud enough for you to hear, but not them, he loses everything, including the charitable donations already processed. You relay this carefully. The agents exchange a look. They give you 2 hours before they escalate to a full freeze. 2 hours. $650 million left. Level 6. Everything that can go wrong starts going wrong simultaneously. The Federal Review freezes 2 of your property purchases mid-closing. $47 million recredited back into the account, working against you. A scammer successfully clones your debit card and attempts a $2 million transfer. Your bank blocks it, but the block triggers another review, locking your spending for 45 agonizing minutes. The news van finds your building. A reporter is downstairs. Your landlord is talking to a camera crew in the lobby. Your family shows up. Your mother, your brother, your aunt you haven't spoken to in 2 years. They saw the news. They ran the math. They're standing in your hallway with expressions somewhere between love and desperation. You can't explain. You can't tell them. You can't spend efficiently with 6 people crying in your kitchen. You hug your mother. Promise her everything is going to be fine. Usher everyone out and get back to work. Then your phone buzzes. The unknown number again. Not a message this time. A photo. A screenshot of your charity transactions. Every recipient. Every amount. Every timestamp. Underneath it, one line. Generous. But it won't be enough. You're going to fail. $580 million. 12 hours. And whoever sent the challenge has been watching every single move you've made. Level 7. You go bigger than you've ever thought. Private jets. 3. Purchased outright. $180 million. Aviation brokers, used to eccentric billionaires, process the paperwork faster than anyone all day. A private island. Listed. Available. $340 million. Your lawyer stays on the phone for 2 straight hours, threading the international wire through overseas closing protocols. By hour 14, you've crossed $500 million spent. Halfway. But the spending is getting harder. Every luxury retailer in the city has been contacted by federal investigators, asking them to flag transactions connected to your account. Some comply. Some don't. You move store to store, purchase to purchase, spending what you can wherever you can. Then, hour 16, your phone sends a notification. 8 hours remaining, $310 million unspent. And for the first time, genuine, ice-cold fear settles in. You might not make it. Level 8. You call everyone simultaneously. A bulk land purchase across 3 states. $120 million. Processed through an emergency agricultural transaction protocol your lawyer finds at 2 a.m. A university endowment. $50 million. The university president personally answers the phone. A global medical research foundation. $40 million, wired in minutes. The numbers fall. Fast now. Finally. $100 million left. 3 hours. $60 million. 2 hours. $20 million. 47 minutes. You wire the final amount, every last dollar, to a global emergency relief fund. You watch the balance fall in real time. $10 million. $4 million. $900,000. $200,000. $0. 0 hours, 0 minutes. 31 seconds. 31 seconds to spare. You sit on the floor of your apartment, surrounded by receipts, legal documents, and a coffee gone completely cold, and laugh until it turns into something that sounds more like crying. You did it. Level 9. The next morning, you wake up to silence. You check your phone expecting federal alerts, lawyer calls, news notifications. Instead, one message. Same unknown number. Congratulations. Most people don't make it past hour 6. Most people. You sit up straight. What does that mean? How many people have done this? The response comes immediately, like they were waiting. Enough. The ones who spend it on themselves first. Cars, jewelry, status. They always run out of time. The ones who give it away first always have a chance. You did both. That's rare. Who are you? We study behavior. What people do when scarcity disappears. What they prioritize when there are no consequences. What they become when they believe nobody is watching. Was the money real? Every transaction processed. Every donation landed. Every property transferred. Check your records. You do. Everything is there. The apartments, the jets, the charities. All of it. Real, legal, permanent. Then why the challenge? Why the countdown? The final message takes a full minute to arrive. When it does, it's just 2 sentences. Because $1 billion with no pressure reveals nothing. $1 billion with a countdown reveals everything. And now you know exactly who you are when the clock is running. You stare at the screen for a long time. Then, one final message. No text this time, just a video. 12 seconds long. Security footage. A kitchen you don't recognize. A different person. Someone you've never seen. Sitting at their table, surrounded by bills, looking exhausted. Their phone lights up. You can't see the screen clearly, but you can see their face the moment they read it. The exact same expression you had yesterday morning. The timestamp in the corner reads, today, 6:04 a.m. It already started again, for someone else, somewhere, and they have no idea what's coming. Level 10. You sit in the same kitchen, same table. The bill's still there, though between the properties, the assets, and everything processed overnight, you're worth more than you've ever been in your life. But that's not what stays with you. What stays with you is hour 10. When the panic faded for 2 hours and you just gave it away, faster and more freely than you spent a single dollar on yourself. You didn't plan that. You didn't overthink it. You just did it. And apparently, that was the whole point. Because here's the truth about $1 billion in 24 hours. The money was never the test. You were. And somewhere right now, in a kitchen just like yours, someone else is staring at 10 zeros on their screen. Terrified, overwhelmed, and completely alone. The clock is running, and everything they are is about to be revealed.